seems like is he is grifting off his grift. The quote unquote hot Houthi pirate is grifting off being a sexy terrorist and trying to make.
I need y'all to hear that again.
The quote unquote hot Houthi pirate is grifting off being a sexy terrorist. And
one more time.
His grift, the quote unquote hot Houthi pirate, is grifting off being a sexy terrorist. And
this is where we are in 2025. And Hassan! And nah, I'm putting them back on. Nah, because I'm really, again, all the Johns get me heated. This is where we at in 2025. These are heads grift now for money, for clout, to be a sexy terrorist. Or better yet, in Hassan's case, to be the sexy terrorist sympathizer. This is where we're at. Are y'all seeing it? I don't think you are. Or better yet, no, you are. I know what aren't. I got nothing at all. This is crazy. And it's only gonna get worse. It sure is. Y'all already know what it is, baby. You seen title and thumbnail. Apparently things between Ethan and Timhouthi Chalamet. It's Luffy boys. I've been mixier and messier than we thought, I ain't gonna lie. And if y'all seen like the Johns before, especially on the daily schlops, you know what I'm saying, when Ethan was posting on a story about the Johns that Timhouthi was saying about him. Crazy works there. But apparently even it could potentially might get mixier, messier. Even in a legal sense, because Legal Mindset posted a vid. You already know we checking that boy out, so let's not waste any more time. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed everything every single time, baby. Let's get right into it. Of course, you already know the lawyer covering it, Jones, one of them. Shout out Legal Mindset, Uncle Mindset. But we got Timhouthi versus Klein. Fast facts. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG video without the Trilly app, because Trilly does yap everything. Down in the description, first link, share to love it, of course, Legal Mindset. Been watching Legal Mindset, lawyer on the case. Facts. Let's get right into it, though. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see. What's up?
Infamous hot Houthi pirate dubbed Timhouthi Chalamet.
Luffy boys.
Is thinking about suing Ethan Klein. That's right. Suing him for calling him a terrorist. We're going to get into that today.
Do y'all remember that one Instagram post? Not even post. Comment. Are you a terrorist? Yes. Huh?
Bombocat!
I think you might be a terrorist. Oh, and besides, you know, the other Johns, like, you know, the whole Twitter post, putting Jews on a pike.
The Legal Mindset, we teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is a fast.
I'm about to say, better yet, yeah, pirate. The reason he's called Luffy, yeah, the hostages.
Facts premiere, giving the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. And I do apologize. I've been a little bit absent. This is my birthday weekend, so I am quite enjoying it. But I'm glad to bring this one here because this is a hilarious one for you guys tonight. So some of you may or may not know who this guy is.
Oh, we know. We're very familiar. Actually, you know who's even more familiar? Hassan!
Fuck it. I'm saying it.
Yeah, we just came off the daily slops. Hassan is truly a fucking moron. And I would really appreciate it if his dumbass would stop grifting One Piece. It would do me and the rest of the world fucking wonders, let me tell you. But yeah, I'm familiar with him.
Timhouthi is, of course, that's slang for this guy. This guy goes online by the name Rashid Al-Haddad, aka Timhouthi Chalamet, for his resemblance, obviously, to Timothée Chalamet from the movie Dune. And he became famous for really getting circulated in social media as the quote-unquote hot Houthi pirate, and for being brought on stream with one.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but the main reason that niggas know this nigga, for real, is because of certain, Mr. Piker!
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
And you sure did say it, brother. Man, you're doing exactly what Luffy would do. Fucking idiot.
Hassan Piker, which had almost no ramifications at all from Twitch. And
yeah. Like they ever would give this nigga ramifications.
This was quite a controversy and kind of blew him up on social media, gave him kind of a micro influencer status. Well, of course, as with all people, you're 50.
Great. Hassan, you gave a platform and really major fucking clout to a terrorist. You're a real genius.
15 seconds of, you know, whether it's fame or shame runs out.
And then he tried. Oh my God. See, not again, pros and cons to the slops. pros, yeah, man, we done seen a lot of drama slaps and teas, baby. So there's a lot of John we can recollect on. Oh my God. Cons, yeah, I gotta remember what these dumbasses did. Yo, Hassan, do you also remember when you tried to obfuscate off of this shit because he was some random Yemeni teenager? Yeah, you fucking tried, dumbass.
Eventually, at some point, that moment goes away. And his moment was, well, the moment when he was caught on the boat, and he was there, getting a picture on the boat, and that was his moment of fame, and also going on with Hassan. So now he's attempting to kick up a lawsuit. So here he goes. Here, Rashid Al-Haddad says, "Why did Ethan Klein say that I am a terrorist, even though I am not?"
Hey man, hey yo, Timhouthi, you brother. Actually, I don't even have to ask you the question because you're fucking PFP, you dumbass. It fucking answers it. Why were you on the boat then?
I am a Yemeni citizen. By the way, weapons in Yemen are just like phones.
What the fuck, brother? That's not a good thing. Is he a fucking moron? Clearly, the fuck. Yo, I don't know about you, man, but like everybody could just colloquially have a phone. Usually, actually, better yet to that, dude, you're pretty left out in the Stone Age if you don't have a phone by this point, and especially like a smartphone, dude. I don't know about you, but I don't know any niggas just really, especially in a lot of states, just carrying around a gun like how they are a phone. But again, maybe, hey, apparently to him, because, hey, listen, let me not speak for Yemen, but apparently to Mr., Luffy here, yeah, guns and weapons are just like phones. Sure.
One can own them. I want to file a lawsuit against Ethan Klein. So,
yeah, brother, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how successful you're going to be in that.
We're going to examine this. Does he have a case? Does he not have a case? Especially in U.S. courts, because I'm going to assume here that he'd be...
Well, considering he doesn't have a case with the comment thing I talked about on Instagram, I didn't set it out of order, but considering the comment on Instagram, I don't think he has a case. He admitted he's a terrorist.
Suing Ethan Klein in a U.S. court. Now, we're going to talk about Yemen as well at the end. Of course, I'm not a Yemeni lawyer, but I can tell you exactly about the enforceability of Yemeni law in the United States. Spoiler alert, not good. So we're going to get into it with the analysis. So the first thing you're going to look at is what would be suing for? Well, defamation. And a lot of people on the internet do call other people a terrorist. Now, that is not a word in and of itself per se, that is automatically defamatory. It's not one of those words where it would necessarily...
I'm still waiting for the part of like, yeah, again, he admitted he's a terrorist.
Yet 100% say this is going to go into the camp of defamation. There are certain words that you can say or call people that are more defamatory than others. And there's certain words you can call people that are really not defamatory. If
I see, like, yo, Heads just gotta just tell me where I'm wrong at. Again, if he's on the boat in which they had captured like 12, hostages on this John and all that type of beat, this is kind of like terroristic actions, and he's on this John. He's on the boat and all that. Again, Instagram John, he's saying he's a terrorist. You look at his Twitter feed, he posting some pretty crazy John, especially about Jews. It's like, at what point is it like, hey man, I don't know if this is really defamatory, dog. It's like the same thing with Hassan. At how many points do you have to keep glazing terrorist to where niggas like cannot call you, and like it's wrong to call you a terrorist sympathizer? It's like, nah, I think your patterns of behavior and actions and shit you've said and or done have shown, yeah man, this probably should be attached to your name.
If you call people, certain derogatory terms that are just vulgar and they're purely vulgar but not criminal, they
like, you know what I'm saying? Then is that even like
tend to not be defamatory?
I'm about to say, is that even defamatory then? Because if it's not like, so you're not calling them something directly that's like, yo, it's like a attachment to criminal, John. Like if somebody call you a diddler, a fucking, you know what I'm saying, like a PDF, or better yet, nah, that's like fucking around terms. If somebody's like, yo, this motherfucker's a pedophile, yeah, that's defamatory. Yeah, Hassan, a generational familial rapist, you fucking moron. It's like, dude, holy shit, these niggas serve out goddamn fucking for defamatory statements, misinformation, all this shit up. Like these shits are Pokemon cards back in the day. Motherfuckers just sliding them shits out. Everybody was trading Nate Jones, bro. Real jit actions, bro. I'm about to ask a dumbass question. Pokemon's still popular, but yo, does Heads really be around with the cards? Nah, bro. Heads be really collecting them shits. Anyway, I'm on a super sidebar tangent. We need to get back to this. My main thing with Timhouthi here is like he's gonna claim defamatory, calling him a terrorist. It's like, yo, dude, patterns of behavior, dog. It's like, and shit you've done. It's like, yeah, man, I feel like might be a little justified.
However, if you're calling someone a criminal, and a terrorist is typically a criminal, that is something that leans on the side of defamatory. So that's what I look at with the analysis of, is a statement defamatory or not? Is it implicating someone as a criminal? When it does, it tends to be more defamatory than not. So that's where that statement generally lands. And there's a lot of people on the internet that are called this day to day. Now, why is this difficult? Well, the standard under New York Times versus Sullivan is malicious, because this guy is undoubtedly a public figure. He puts himself out there on social media. He's very active on social media. He went on a top streamers, stream. So he is a public figure. He's not a private person. So he would be examined under New York Times versus Sullivan standard. So there would need to be malice. So what?
I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like, yo, we're getting straight to the weeds, and I know head's going to say, like, hypocritical Trilly, bro. Hypocritical Trilly or whatever, bro. This is what heads, you know what I'm saying? Or we're calling out Ethan for with his misogynist, with his sexist lawsuit and all that. He's just bullying these small creators, trying to deplatform these creators because they don't have enough money as him or whatever. Like, yeah, sure, whatever bullshit. We're just totally, again, skipping past, obfuscating from the malicious copyright infringement, but sure. Timhouthi, nigga, do you have money? Like, I'm gonna be real, bro, because, again, like, you have to pay attorneys and shit. Nigga, do you have cheese? Like, sure, he's a public figure and all that, but, like, does this nigga have, like, a dedicated YouTube bringing in ad rev? Like, does this nigga have cheese? Because if he has no fucking money, you're not paying an attorney. You're not paying an attorney, you're not suing no niggas. Because, I'll tell you for damn sure, nigga, you're not representing yourself in court. So, I'm not gonna lie, this is just, like, is this nigga just farming? Like, I think this is farming, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, this gotta be some troll shit, like, real life.
He says would need to be maliciously untrue. The fact of the matter is, based on photos like these photos, where we see Timhouthi here.
Yeah, my nigga, he has a gun. There was the one fucking Twitter post where he's literally saying he's gonna put, like, a fucking, like, an AK rifle or a gun or whatever to, like, the stomachs of heads, bro. Like, this motherfucker. Dude, I'm not taking this nigga serious at all, dude. Again, Hassan called this nigga Luffy. I was already done past that shit.
Opposing or Mr. Rashid.
Yo, no way, dude! There's a KFC in Yemen! Hassan is asking this, bro. Hassan is asking this nigga if there's KFCs in Yemen. Dude, I'm not, dude.
Posting with the stolen ship. This is a hijacked ship, a confirmed hijacked ship. He actually goes closer to the ship in another video, but you can see it here. He's also posing in what looks like military attire with an AK over here. So looking at this, it gives you a reasonable belief. Looking at this.
This is just two pictures. Let's go look at this nigga's Twitter if he hasn't deleted that shit. That shit's giving you a, oh fuck, what's going on with this guy? Like, yo, no, I'm sorry. He has no merit. He wants to try to sue for defamation. He has no merit. As soon as we start sweeping your history, dog, it ain't looking too hot. Again, let's go see how that boy is working out for the snark mods.
A reasonable person, a regular person, a normie, a total normie who knows nothing about this, says, wow, this guy could be a terrorist. I'm not sure. I would need more information. And your duty under a duty of malice is not to have all the information, but just based on the...
No, I want to have all the information because all the information makes this nigga look so much worse. And that's the crazy part. Like, y'all, do you think Ethan wouldn't have all the fucking receipts, bro? Are you serious? No, nah. Nah, this is trolling. Yo, Legal Monster did say, like, it's kind of funny and all this shit. Yeah, this shit is funny because it's a clown show. There's no way this nigga's suing anyone.
Information out there, the information you can look at, the information you can find that's readily available, right? You're going to look at that information. Is it malicious to say this guy could be a terrorist? It's possible.
Fuck no, it's not malicious because I'm sorry. Again, this motherfucker's on the ship that has, like, they're taking hostages. Again, goddamn, I can't even fucking, like, grammar. The ship that he was on, they're taking hostages off the ship. He's claiming that he's with these bulls. He's claiming again on the Instagram, John, yes, I am a terrorist. Yo, he's putting the, again, like the thing with Jews on a pike. He's putting a thing with, yo, putting guns or something. This motherfucker, like, dude, fine, you can't exactly say he's a terrorist. Well, I can say, yo, the shit he's posted is really pushing towards the fact that he might be. Heftily. I'm talking 95%.
Possibly could be a terrorist. I think a reasonable person could say that. However, it is possible that he is not legally defined as a terrorist, i.e. he is not personally a member of a group that is deemed a terrorist, right? He's probably trying to make that argument.
At what point do we say he's not? At what point? Like, see, this is what I'm saying. This be like, I understand nuances and all this, but this be like the tether, this be like the strings, because it's like, yo, if he's hanging around with this group, man, like,
I'm gonna say, you know, I'm Yemeni.
This is like the five, bro. This is actually funny enough. This is like a different version of this is like the shit I be talking about all the time. You are the five people you surround yourself with. Well, hey man, if this nigga surrounded himself with terrorists, I'm probably gonna call this nigga a terrorist. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. Like,
And Klein is criticizing me for Yemeni. Okay, maybe that might even be a fair argument. I'll even entertain that fact, right? Give him a benefit of the doubt for a second. But guess what? He would still lose at a case in the United States because the legal standard is higher. So with the U.S. Legal standard here, the likely result would be a case to be dismissed, right? So the U.S. claim would likely be dismissed either at motion to dismiss or at summary judgment.
I just immediately read the last thing. My bad. I'm totally skipping ahead of legal mindset. Likely a social media stunt for attention due to lawsuits trending. That's literally what I said. I'm like, bro, he must be farming, bro. He's farming. Like, he's actually farming. Because there's no way that this moron that Hassan thinks, again, is Luffy, the sun god. There's no way that he thinks that, yo, he has any merit to win a defamation lawsuit against Ethan. Are we serious? Again, all the stuff I just previously listed. This fool, bro. This is memes, bro. We do a little bit of trolling. We do. Hold on. Gotta bust out the Trumpy John, and yeah, this is definitely not looking Trumpy. We do a bit of trolling because this gotta be a massive troll, bro. This not it. This isn't the one. I'm sorry, Mr. Timhouthi Chalamet, Luffy boys. You don't got any merit, bruv. Once more, you got none. Literally zip. Especially if, again, we start looking into more Johns. It's looking bad, brother. Terrible. Very. And the factor also that we discussed earlier, that your blow up is also coming off of Hassan Piker, that's really not helping your case in merit either. I don't know, man. Oh, also, didn't you talk to Noah Sampson? Or didn't Noah Sampson talk to you? Because he's another moron. Let me tell you, dude. Holding up the heart to you, bruv. Oh, man, he didn't know anything you were saying. Boy, I don't think he wanted to know what you were saying, because it would have been a whole lot worse for him. Let me tell you. Oh, boy. They really do be pulling out the circus here, man. Because it sure is a clown show. It sure is. Alright, seriously, though. Yeah. Let's hear the rest, because it's just... It's dumb.
He would likely, if he brought the case and even had the money to bring the case, they would outright dismiss it, or he would get the summary judgment and say, look, you don't meet the bar you don't meet the level of malice.
Wait, I pointed that out earlier. Hey, man, yo, Timhouthi, this shit is cute, and, like, it's pretty much, again, 95% chance you're farming this shit. But, dog, unless you got cheese, you're not suing no niggas, bruh. So I would suggest, hey, money up, not funny up, especially right now with this.
You really can't prove that Ethan Klein is being malicious and he's lying completely about this. You'd have to put more proof out there that you are definitively not a member of a terrorist group, because at this point, I
don't think he could do that.
Seems like is he is grifting off his grift. The quote-unquote hot Houthi pirate is grifting off being a sexy terrorist and trying to make...
I need y'all to hear that again.
The quote-unquote hot Houthi pirate is grifting off being a sexy terrorist. And
one more time.
His grift, the quote-unquote hot Houthi pirate, is grifting off being a sexy terrorist. And
this is where we are in 2025. And Hassan... Nah, I'm putting them back on. Nah, because I'm really... See, again, all the Johns get me heated. This where we at in 2025. These are heads grift now. For money, for clout. To be a sexy terrorist. Or better yet, in Hassan's case, to be the sexy terrorist sympathizer. This is where we're at. Are y'all seeing this shit? I don't think you are. Or better yet, no, you are. I know what niggas aren't. I got nothing at all. This is crazy. And it's only gonna get worse. It sure is. That's something I can definitely count on. It always gets worse. Every time.
Trying to make terrorism sexy. And if that is what he is marketing himself as, then people would not be mistaken to take himself as a terrorist. So if he's marketing himself as a terrorist, as, you know, the kind of bad boy terrorist, the hot bad boy terrorist, the rebel who's fighting back.
I think you're just bad. That's it. That's it.
Well, if people interpret you as you market yourself, that's not malicious. Now, it may be all a game. It may be all LARPing. In fact, I think it is. I mean,
well, I know how the fuck you could do this because this is what he's doing. But on a moral standard, how the fuck do you LARP as a terrorist? I really think heads are not like peeping game. Like, you want to pretend to live action role play being a fucking terrorist? Damn.
This person, this individual, looks kind of soft. I think there's a reasonable belief that he's not actually a terrorist. He's not actually like a hardened guy. He's out there watching One Piece. He's probably like some, Yemeni weeb, whatever, right? Who just wants to cosplay as a terrorist, right? That would be a reasonable alternative explanation. But guess what? You've marketed yourself as that. You put yourself out as that. So it's hard to put that back in the box. Now, the one thing that could happen, and this is going over to Yemen, is he could get an unenforceable Yemeni judgment or a local tribal court ruling. So in Yemen, there's, as in many countries, it's very, very common, right? There's often customary law, what's called customary law of dispute resolution, meaning the centralized legal system is weak. And that exists in many countries all over the world. Therefore, the customs that are applicable, the local customs, the local ways of life, they can be types of rulings. But getting some local tribal ruling in Yemen is not going to be enforceable in a U.S. court. They're going to allow.
Like, yeah, I don't know how well it's going to work out for Mr. Timhouthi Chalamet.
Laugh at that and toss it out. It's just not going to work. So as much as he might have that piece of paper at some point from some Yemeni, local tribal yokel, that's not going to work in the United States or any big boy country with real legal systems. So that said, likely a social media stunt for attention due to.
Yep, this was my John off the rip. This was me immediately. I'm like, yeah, bro, he's farming, dude. He's farming. There's no way that in any regard that this is serious.
Lawsuits trending. What he sees right now and what this guy is trying to do is he's trying to hijack the headlines. Right now, lawsuits are hot. The Klein lawsuit is big, and he wants to clout jack off of that, get back in the algorithm, get trending again, and get attention for his particular cause.
Yep, farming to push narratives, political narratives. Garbage.
And you know what? I understand it. I can't even blame people for trying to hijack the algo. However, I can blame them for making.
I was about to say, I mean, yeah, no, I agree legal mindset there. I'm like, hell yeah, because, bro, you know what I'm saying? Especially for Trilly, the analytics. Get Trilly Jaluper slimy. Facts. But, like, yeah, I don't think we should be trying to be a fucking terrorist. Like, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all that shit is not koosh. Anyway.
Picking up nonsense lawsuits, and this is absolutely a nonsense lawsuit that would go absolutely nowhere.
Hassan, looks like you weren't a weak.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
Hassan, Mr. Biker, it looks like for once you were not wrong. It looks like this here truly was a frivolous lawsuit. Tough. Or would have been, but this bullshit would have never been anything.
Let me know what you guys think of Timhouthi Chalamet versus Klein in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
Are you guys enjoying the stream today?
Rambob, no pants. Tough. I ain't gonna lie, you already know, gang. Of course. Shout out, love. Illegal mindset. You feel me? That was Timhouthi versus Klein. Fast facts. Of course, if you guys would like to watch the OG video, down in the description, first link, sure to love it. Legal mindset. Like I said, you already know. We gotta keep sharing the love, baby. Final opinions and conjecture. It's Luffy boys. It's Luffy boys. Morons. Idiots. Well, yeah. Like I said, share the love of legal mindset. And I'm finna catch y'all in the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.